Hello, Michael Tellinger here. Welcome to another frequently asked questions session. And in this video, I'm going to answer the question, how do we start? What do we need to do to get the one small town strategy off the ground? Once again, the reason I answer this question right up front is because we're at the stage where we want to implement the first one small town. To answer the following question, which is also a frequently asked question, in fact one of the most frequently asked questions right now that I get in emails every day is, where is an example of a one small town? Have you established a one small town somewhere in the world? The answer to that is no, we have not. We are working towards the very first one. I can promise you that the time that we start the very first small town successfully and according to the plan of action, the implementation steps, where the mayor drives it and it's supported by a large percentage of the community and the town council. The moment we launch the one small town in that fashion, everyone around the world will know about it, and you too will know about it very quickly, because the PR and the media that we've got planned around this, with the mayor as the driving force and the face and the voice of the one small town, will start going around and become viral very, very quickly. Because people all over the world are desperate for solutions. People want to know that there's a way out of this mess. And people will gravitate towards the one small town video and the positive messages broadcast by the mayor every week about the progress and activity and what we're doing, and the success stories will be so inspiring and so attractive to the people of the world. Millions and millions of people around the world across all countries. This I know because I've received emails from people from all countries in languages I didn't even know existed. People everywhere want a solution to the problem we all face as humanity. So how do we start? What do we do? There are various ways to start this. There's an easy way, or a journey, or a route that's going to be a lot easier. And then there are stages of more and more difficult ways, as you know, the sources and the support tools that we have are less. So the first prize to start one small town is that we find a town and a mayor and the council that love the idea, that are desperate for new ideas, for new plans of action, a town council and a mayor that realize that the current system that we're in does not provide the solutions, a town council and the mayor and the people of the town that realize that here's an opportunity that will bring them into a situation that will bring prosperity and abundance, that will attract investors, that will bring the new businesses, the opportunities, the reactivation of the farms, the factories, the schools, the hotels, the motels, the hospitals that are standing empty, the roads that are broken. This is an opportunity for a mayor and the council and the people of the town to literally take the broken town and turn it upside down and turn it into an infinite possibility of opportunities for anything we as the people of the town choose to do. Whatever we feel we have the capacity for. Not we're going to choose to send a rocket to the moon. That is a stupid idea. It might happen because we got some rocket scientists and we've got facilities that could do that. So yes, some small town somewhere might end up doing that, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about opportunities that will allow us to create businesses and factories and activities that will bring investors and will be able to allow us to create businesses that create rapidly create a large turnover of funds that will bring that flow of funds and the cash flow into our town that allow our people to participate in this exciting initiative. So first prize is to get the mayor and the town council to agree to do this. Then the mayor and the town council hold a meeting and they share their ideas with the people of the community and invite people to join. Obviously, some people might decide this is a crazy idea and some people think this is a wonderful idea. It doesn't matter. As long as we have a critical mass of people, and I would say 10% or more is a critical mass already. So once we have that foundation in place, that puts us in a very strong position keep in mind, if the mayor and the council decide to do this, the funding will come from the investors that the mayor, who becomes the voice and the face, invites. If you look on the website, you'll see the bullet points of implementation. You'll also see the proposal to the mayor. Please read that. And there are a bunch of bullet points of implementation that really just suggest of what to do, how to do this, how do we start. So the easiest way is to get the mayor, council to participate together with the people. The next level of success would be if we had funding. If we found an investor who has $10 million or $20 million or whatever amount it is, what we need first thing we need is to bring in and install our source of electricity. Our new technology generators that we have access to, that have worked, inventors and engineers that have worked with me over many years and have committed their technology so that we can bring that technology to the town. Now keep in mind, this technology will not be sold on the open market. This is not technology we're going to make available to every household to buy across the world. We've been holding on to this technology because we realize that by selling it to individual homes is actually creating a bigger problem. So that's not what we're doing. We are using the tools of enslavement as tools of liberation. Electricity is one of the main tools of enslavement that has been used to keep people enslaved by having to pay for electricity from the central electricity generators and distributors. Once our town has its own supply of electricity, we control our future and our destiny. We can start any business. We can start any business that needs electricity. And as you know, everything needs electricity these days. Now, yes, I know there's a question that comes up all the time. Well, what about the laws and legislation that doesn't allow the mayor and the town to install their own electricity? That is a separate problem. That is a separate video that I will do, is how we get over that hurdle and what we do to neutralize that potential stumbling block. So that we as a community, the mayor and the council, has the right to install and implement their own source of electricity. We'll deal with that separately. Let's assume we have passed that and we're moving on. We now have our own source of electricity. With that, we can do everything. Let's assume we can't implement it and we don't have our source of electricity. It doesn't mean that we can't start a one small town or initiate a one small town launch. We can just carry on as we are. We use the initiative and the unity of the people in the community, together with the funds and the investors of the funders, or the funds of the investors rather, that have identified the opportunities with us and are keen to invest in those opportunities. Again, those opportunities are anything you can imagine, from farming, agriculture, industry, manufacturing, healthcare, education, as diverse as it can possibly be. So the first thing we do with the mayor and the community is identify all these opportunities, identify the industrial opportunities, identify the people skills. So see what farms are standing empty, see what warehouses are empty, factories, hotels, houses, motels, schools, etc. What is standing empty that could be reused, could be fixed and reutilized as a business that is co-owned by the people of our town. Keep reminding yourself that every business that we start under this model, although it might have an investor from outside, that investor will only retain 30 or 1/3, 33 1/3% of that business. The other 2/3 belong to the community and the people of that town, collectively, together, because the people of the town are the ones that provide all the labor, all the additional support that is needed, the free labor that these businesses need. And anyone that's ever run a business knows it is the labor, and often it's the unskilled labor, more often than not. It's the unskilled labor. When someone can receive training for a day or 2 days and then they can perform that task, that would be called unskilled labor. Not like somebody that has to perform surgery or etc. etc. Someone that has had to go through far more training to perform life-threatening activities. Those are separate. Okay, we'll deal with that question in a separate video. And that video would deal with people with different level skills. How do we deal with that? How do we equal and equalize the playing field so that everyone, no matter whether they're a doctor or whether they're a laborer, how can we equal the playing field or level the playing field so that everybody feels equally appreciated and nobody has better privileges because they've got a better education. That's a separate video. So let's come back to this. So now we have identified the industrial and all the different opportunities, and the mayor then becomes the voice and the face of the message. It is a well-scripted, well-filmed, beautifully presented, slick production that goes out every week. We send out the good news. We sell the sizzle, not the steak, like they say in advertising. So this is what we do. It's a very strategic, very well written and planned and filmed and executed production that goes out, where the mayor talks about the excitement, about the new projects, about the new opportunities, what we've achieved, what we've succeeded with, what we're planning, all the excitement, sell the sizzle all the time. Get the investors and get the people excited about what it is that we're planning, what it is that we are busy implementing, and what it is that we've already succeeded in. Even if the successes are tiny, they are still successes, because right now in small towns there are very few successes to sing about. So every little tiny success we have will be turned into a huge story, because that's what people want to hear. They want to know that this thing works. They want to see the successes, however small they may be. So the mayor and the mayor's face and the voice will be the driving force behind this, because the mayor's voice and face is far more powerful than my voice and face. No investor is going to come to our town because Michael Tillinger says this is an exciting opportunity. Or if some business guy in a town gets on video and says, come to our town, we got exciting opportunities. But if the mayor of the town, who represents and is appointed, a politically appointed figure by the people, and this is where we use the tools of enslavement as tools of liberation. We use mayors as politically appointed individuals. Can you see that? So when the mayor gets in front of the camera and the politically appointed leader of that community and that town invites the investors, invites the researchers, the inventors, the scientists, the healers, the teachers, invites all these amazing talents to his or her town, you know they'll pay much more attention to that than if I tell the people or the world that. So that's how we start this. It's really, really simple. I really urge you to go and read the implementation points, but keep in mind that the businesses that we've identified are not just going to be willy-nilly, oh, we've got some opportunities in this or some opportunities in growing food in a field somewhere. No. Before the mayor goes out, before the mayor even talks about this, we'll use business models and business planners to put the business models into place, to present the opportunities. All these will be put onto a beautifully presented website. The website, the One Small Town website for our community, that'll talk about the excitement initiative. How many people are involved, all the businesses that we've identified, the business opportunities for the investors, how much is needed, what are the expected returns for the investors. All of this will be on the website. So it is a completely transparent activity and initiative from the word go. You can see that it has to be completely transparent, because this way we will start attracting the investors and the people that realize this unique opportunity. Keep in mind, once an investor has come in to invest into one of the businesses, whether it's the dairy, the bakery, the engineering shop, the healthcare center, whatever it is, only one investor will be brought in to invest into that business opportunity. After that, that business belongs to the entire community and all its people. So we're not going to bring another investor in to compete with ourselves. So you'll realize that the investors will probably see this as a very hot investment opportunity. And I truly believe, I've been saying this for many years, once the first set of investors have invested into our unique opportunities, our unique businesses in the first One Small Town, and other investors or rich people with money around the world find out about this, I believe that there will be a stampede of investors into small towns to grab those first investment opportunities. Why? Because there are a finite number of investment opportunities. in the small towns. And there are also a finite number of small towns until they become big cities and big towns that are unmanageable. So this presents a new, unique investment opportunity to conscious people. Hopefully they're conscious people with money. But it could be unconscious people. They just want to use their greed and capitalism as an incentive to come and invest because they're going to make a lot of money. That doesn't matter. We don't care where the money comes from and how it gets to us. Obviously, we don't want dirty money in our town, but we don't care if the guy is doing it for greed or, investing for greed purposes. Every investor is going to be treated the same way. There's a set number of rules that they have to abide by that each town will set up for themselves. And if the investor finds those rules and conditions acceptable, then they will invest. Keep in mind, every member of that community that contributes their 3 hours a week is immediately a shareholder and an owner, co-owner of that business. The investor retains 1/3. But the investor gets all the benefits of the free labor, the additional skills, the components, the ingredients, the special things that we add and grow ourselves and contribute. So if that business is a dairy and we're making cheese, then we contribute the milk to the cheese factory. We're not going to charge ourselves for the milk because we create the milk or produce the milk ourselves. Understand the benefit for the person that invests into the cheese factory. This is an integrated plan. Every business we create is integrated with every other business on every possible level. And the benefits never stop. So I believe that this is going to become a true stampede investment opportunity because there are only so many small towns in the world. And once the cornerstone investment opportunities have been taken up, whether it's the food, the farming, the dairy, the engineering factory, the bakery, etc., the healthcare center. Once those cornerstone investment opportunities have been taken up, it's not going to take long for the town to make enough money so we, the people of the town, no longer need investors. We can then take the money that we've made and are making from the profits of these other businesses to start additional businesses in our town with our own funding. So we only really need the first few cornerstone seed funding businesses, after which we no longer need investors because our town and the people of our town will have our own money to initiate anything we need and choose to initiate. This is why I believe there's going to be a stampede of investors for the first small towns. And that's going to be a very exciting time. So let's go back to the question, what if, how do we start this? What do we need to do? Now, let's say that you live in a town where the mayor is not interested, the council is not interested, they're just unconscious, they don't care, they're doing their own thing, they're running the town into the ground. Well, the next thing then is to run for mayor. Start a campaign, present this as your strategy, or what you want to do to uplift your town, and run for mayor. Become the mayor of your town, and then you implement this strategy. Or if you're an influential businessman in the town, in the community, you can also start this as an influential businessman by creating this cooperative structure. And then you, as the support, as the driver, the business person, with sufficient funding, obviously, of your own making, so with the support and the labor of the town's community and the people, you then, as the community, set up a channel and start promoting your town as a one small town. You take the power. You take the power away from the mayor and the council, because you'll have the money that you'll then redistribute to the town to fix and upgrade and innovate and improve all the things that the mayor and the council are unable to do. So very quickly the people of your town will start looking to you and your one small town initiative as the saviors of your town and the people that are actually doing something for your town. That initiative itself will bring additional investors and start to grow this very, very quickly. I don't need to add that obviously the mayor of that town and the council of that town that didn't want to participate are not going to last. The next time the mayoral elections come around, that mayor will be voted out And one of you, or possibly the initial investor and business person in that town, may run for mayor, or somebody else might run for mayor that promotes the one small town philosophy. So whichever way you look at this, we can start this. We can either start it with the support of the mayor and the full fanfare to go out there all guns blazing and make it look fantastic to the world, or we can start it with just a funder, or we can start it with just the local townspeople and one business, and it needs to be a large enough business, obviously, and then invite and create an incentive for other business and investment opportunities. So I trust that's given you a little bit of a more detailed insight into this. How do we start? What do we do? What do we need? It's just our own initiative, our own vision, our own initiative, and a belief that we as the people of a small town can make this happen. We don't need anybody to tell us this can't happen. If we have a critical mass of people in our town and sufficient businesses that want to do this, we the people of any town can initiate this without funding and without the mayor. But obviously with funding and with the mayor, it's going to be a lot quicker and a lot easier. So until next time, this is Michael Tellinger. Bye for now.